Hello friends, my name is Shivam from Devops Schools and I will help you to enable your learning process in various technologies of DevOps, artificial intelligence, machine learning, big data and many more. This is our initiative to help you by sharing multiple tutorials and videos. And if you want any specific tutorials on any particular topic, then please do comment in the below comment section and I will help you with it. Also, please subscribe to our premium services on YouTube, which will give you access to more content and videos to enhance your knowledge about all these topics. Also, if you want me to help you with regards to the online trainings and classroom sessions by our qualified trainers, then please do write me at contact@devopsschool.com.
So we talked about the term, and let us go back again because it's not theory will not going to help us more unless we will see it. Okay, coming back to the command one. Get underscore. So say get underscore. I want to see the nodes that underscore cat undercat nodes and so these are the multiple nodes, right? We have seen in the previous get underscore help. When we have seen the cluster, right, we have seen there are three nodes. So what are those nodes? And then we this small v, sorry. Sorry, I was using capital here. Okay, so these are the multiple nodes, and you let us see something within it, and we will come across some more new terms that we will talk about. Okay, one is the master. Okay, and the way it happens is it elects. The master is a kind of elected there. In this case, this is the first node. This is the 0th instance, and this is the master node. Okay, another thing that is you can see the CPU uses percentage and role, right? What role this node has, and these are the so what just I wanted to show that how you can see the different the details of each node. Okay, so and what it does, how much CPU utilization per node, how much RAM percent this is using, and all these details. So you can get the details of a node here with this get. Okay, so these are the whatever we have seen in theory, right? We have seen in cluster health, and we have seen that what are the terms that is there. We will talk about this. This is again one of the terms that we haven't discussed till now. That is your this we discussed primary active. Okay, we discussed this concept of shards. Next thing that I would like to discuss, are you all able to follow? Are you doing things along with me? Any question by now? Just I want to stop a bit and let us see how things going on from your side.
Yeah, I guess you were able to, or at least I'm able to follow.
Okay, good.
Good, yeah. So
Yeah.
Hi, I have a question. I mean, why do
Yes,
we need
please.
shards?
Yeah, basically, as I said,
And
right? Yeah, tell me. Are you adding something? Are you asking something more?
yes, like there was an example where you had like 600 GB of capacity, where one is having 500, other is 500. But basically, how we do how do we create the indices there?
How do we create those indices? Yes, yes, we will talk about it, Sanjit. We will talk about how part, okay, the creation of indices and all
Okay.
that. Why do we need? Yes, the simple thing is because within one node you cannot fit in, and there are other regions as well. Okay, so we will come to it. Yeah, how to do it, and we will do it within this course only. Yeah. Okay. So the next thing is that okay, we talked about shard, but one of the thing that is there is the primary shard and replication of it. Why this is used? As for example, let us see here. There are multiple nodes. Okay, so if this node by any chance, if this fails, okay, then this thread will go. Yeah, if we so this thread gets replicated, right? That is called replication to avoid the impact due to any node failure. Okay, so that this is the reason why the replication is worked. So how it happens that there for each thread there can be a replication as well. Okay, so replica of that slide, and that will not remain, that will not be there in this node, that will go to another node. As for example, shard A is here, the replica shard of A, replica A will be in node B, so that in case node A fails, even then we will have the needed, we have the data that is there, that was there in shard A available in node B. Okay, so this happens to avoid any kind of, this is mechanism is used to avoid any kind of downtime. Okay,
so you just said that in shard A, like if it replicates to shard B, if node A goes down, but will shard A and shard B be in the same node?
no, it will not, it can be in the same node. Shard A and shard B, yes, it can be. Shard A and shard B can be in one node, but the replica of it, means replica of shard A has to be in another node, and then there has to be another node, or in another node there can be replica of both of them. That is possible. But shard A and replica of shard A can be there, but there will be no meaning of it. Okay, so as for example, shard A, shard B, so you can have it here, right? But but the replica of both has to be in another node
Okay.
overall. Yeah, so
Yeah,
that, yeah.
yeah. Okay, no, go ahead. Like you were saying, the replica has to be in both.
Yeah, what I'm saying is that within one node, uh, you should not have replica and the primary, right? Because that will not solve the purpose of it. What we are saying that, okay, if node A goes down, anything happens with that, it gets corrupted or anything, in that case, we have the replica of the shard available there in node B, and you can use it. Yeah.
Okay, so what happens if, okay, so node A is corrupted and you can use it and it's in node B. What happens if node A comes back up?
Yeah, in that case, the primary will gets the precedence. Okay, so by default, primary will be the data will be taken from the primary one. Replica will be as it is, or for the purpose of multitasking, right? You are the same. Say, as for example, whatever the Saturday data that is there,
Mhm.
if that data, the query for that particular data is more, in those cases, both primary and replica can be used if there are multiple querying points that is there. So in case of high load on the system, it's you can say helps in load distribution as well.
Okay, so it gets distributed. But what happens is that, okay, the node A comes back up, and then like and the replica has the new data. Just somehow, like when the primary shard comes up, like this new primary shard comes up, how will it get updated with the data?
Yeah, so in any case, okay, so the data for consistency points, right? We have um, the data source is the same for both replica and all. So as soon as the node A comes, the data gets updated. So because it takes data from the data source on regular basis. So the update is on the runtime for both of them. It's not like that it has the data and the and it will get more amount of data because it is not there is no copy among these shards and all that, right? So whatever is the latest data, it takes from the source, and both of them takes data from the source at the same time.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, good question. So another thing is when we talk about backups, that there is a concept of snapshots as well. So what it does, right? It like you keep the data backup as part of that. So in case cluster goes down, right? In those cases we talked about, right? Okay, node goes down, that's fine. If cluster goes down, what you will do? Yeah, that's why the snapshots are taken so that the data can be restored, right? So that is taken for the entire cluster. Okay. So that is one of the thing for the perspective of yes. Okay. So what it does, this is same like in cloud that happens, right? From the infrastructure perspective as well, right? We have the for different machines, we have the corresponding snapshot available, and then once whole even data center goes down, you have the option for getting the data recovered. Okay.
Is there like a snapshot button or something that you can press to take a snapshot?
Not exactly no snapshot button. Basically, it's more towards the uh, copy, basically copy of copying files across that. So it's more towards the way the infrastructure is set up within. So it's a copying mechanism per se. There is no specific button or as such. Okay. So
Okay.
it's a script normally to transfer data. Nothing more on that.
Does the script run in the background, or does the user manually have to run that script?
User don't have to. Yes, if it is a kind of infrastructure guy whose responsibility is to do that, yes, he has to set it up, schedule it. You can say, in case there is a regular snapshot, etc. That is a scheduled job that is running in the background. You don't need to do anything, especially in these cases. The way things are designed, right? It has to be scheduled and running continuously, right? That's what it is. So a job, in case of you have the snapshot feature available, in that case it has to keep on running consistently in the background.
Okay, so the infrastructure guy would probably have to turn on this like turn on this feature in order to use it.
That's correct. It has to be turned on because and also, right, it depends upon user as well, right? He's going to take that feature of having the snapshot storage. It depends upon the user as well. As for example, in cloud, when you take account and when you take systems from them, you have different costs, right? In case you need a backup available in case data center goes down. So this is the same thing that happens. Same way the whole infrastructure is managed. Yeah.
Okay, makes sense.
Yeah. Okay, so in case of issues, you can take a snapshot, and in case of failure, you can roll back to that. Why all these things we are talking about all this stuff? Because there is no margin of error in case when we are talking about a search engine, we are talking about such mechanism where data is everything. It's 100% based on data, right? So that's why all these we talk about all these mechanism overall that can help us to understand. Yeah. We talked about this. I will not go to these details much. We will talk about it later on. Okay, let us go back to our query. Yes, this is day one. My focus is more on having you understand and pick on the areas that can help you to understand that how this works overall, right? What is the mechanism and what are the different components of that? So that can help you overall. Okay, let us go back to this. What is this? It's the same console. Oh, this is my old one. Okay. Let us move further from that. Here. The third thing that let us see what we can see further on this. There are some references that you can use. You ping it. That can be helpful. So these are the API details that can be useful for you to understand and use. So yeah, let's, for example, let us see. Sorry, my system is a bit slow.
Thanks for watching. Want to study further? Join our training programs today.